Hello, my dear children. Are you doing well? All of you, please be safe at your home. Did you remember the topics that we studied in our previous class? Okay, very good. So let's recall all the topics that we studied in this chapter. The leaf too has to say. At first, we studied about the types of root system in plants. How many types of root systems are there in plants? Tell me. Yes, they are of two types. Which are they? Yes, they are taproot system and fibrous root system. Can you name the plants which have taproot system? Yes, you are right. Carrot, beetroot and radish. Then what is the specialty of taproot system? In taproot system, we can see a thick main root and smaller branches were growing from the main root. That is taproot system. Then what about in fibrous root system? You know, right? Yes, in fibrous root system, we can see a cluster of similar roots growing from the base of the stem. Which are the plants that contain fibrous root system? Yes, grass, bamboo, coconut tree. What is the next topic that we studied? Yes, venation in leaf. Did you remember what is venation? Yes, very good. Venation is the arrangement of veins in a leaf. And we studied about the types of venation. Which are the two types of venation present in leaves? Yes, the two types of venation are reticulate venation and parallel venation. What is reticulate venation? Yes, it is the network-like arrangement of veins in a leaf. Can you name some plants which contain reticulate venation? Yes, mango, jackfruit and rose. Then say what is parallel venation? Yes, the parallel arrangement of veins present in leaves is called parallel venation. Then name the plants which contain parallel venation. Yes, very good. Wheat, grass, bamboo. So children, you all know about root system and venation in leaf, right? The important topic that we studied after venation is germination of seeds. You know about germination, right? Then say what is germination? Yes, germination is the process in which a seed develops to form a new plant or seedling. In this picture, we can see the different stages of germination. Which is the first part came out from a germinating seed? Say children, what is the answer? Yes, you are right. It is a radicle. And radicle develops to form what? Yes, very good. Root system. Radicle develops to form root system of a plant. Which is the next part came out from the germinating seed? Yes, very good. Plumule. And plumule develops to form what? Yes, shoot system. And this shoot system consists of stem, leaves and branches. So you know all these topics very well. The next topic that we discussed in our last class is cotyledons. Teacher will explain the topic cotyledon one more time. So all of you please listen carefully. Children, did you know what are cotyledons? The thick leaf-like part seen in the plumule of the germinating seed is called cotyledons. One more time. The thick leaf-like part seen in the plumule of the germinating seed is called cotyledon. In this picture, you can see cotyledon. and these cotyledons are the storehouse of food for the baby plant. That is, baby plant uses the food stored in the cotyledons to grow. So, cotyledons are considered as the storehouse of food for the baby plant. When the plant grows, the cotyledons become shrink. Shrink means become smaller in size. Do you know why? Okay, teacher will explain it. The cotyledons are the storehouse of food for the baby plant. So, the plant uses the food stored in these cotyledons. So, it becomes shrink and after some days it gets destroyed. Now in this picture we can see a fully grown plant and they can prepare their own food in their leaves. Now you know about cotyledons, right? Based on the number of cotyledons present in plants, they are classified into two types. Did you know which are they? They are monocotyledonous plants or monocots, dicotyledonous plants or dicots. What are monocots? Plants having only one cotyledon are called monocotyledonous plants or monocots. Once more, plants having only one cotyledon are called monocotyledonous plants or monocots. In this picture, we can see that monocot seed develops to form a monocot plant. Do you know which plant is this? Yes, it's a paddy plant. Next is dicots. What are dicots? Plants having two cotyledons are called dicotyledonous plants or dicots. Once more, plants having two cotyledons are called dicotyledonous plants or dicots. This picture shows a dicot seed develops to form a dicot plant. Which plant is this? Yes, it's a tamarind tree. Is it clear to you? So, we finished the important topics in the chapter. And at last, we have to do an activity in your textbook of page number 28. We can see a table. Did you see it? This is the table given in your textbook. So, you all have to write down the answers in the table using a pencil. So children, we finished the whole chapter. The leaf 2 has to say. In this chapter, we discussed about the root system, venation in leaf, germination of seeds, monocots and dicots. Okay dears, it's time for winding up today's section. Hope you understood all the topics in this chapter very well. Thank you.